Okay, let's go. Um, I've been putting this off for a while, trying to perfect it and perfect how I will be delivering these messages and stuff like that, but I can no longer keep putting it off. I have to do it because I've been blessed to receive certain wisdom and knowledge, and I'm supposed to pass that on to mankind for the betterment of mankind. And like I was told by wisdom, that it is not for everyone, but yet and still it is for everybody. So that being said, everyone won't get it. Only ones that's meant to get it will receive it and understand it. The name is Zervan Lucien Michael, and I would advise you to look up the meanings and the characteristics and the energies of that attribute. So please bear with me because this is not something I do like on the video here. I mostly do my work in the wilderness, dealing with people one-on-one or in groups and stuff like that in the wilderness with souls which I can pick up on their spirit and just go off it like that and teach, heal, guide, and all that, whatever it may be. So today I'm going to speak about the topic of how a human being comes into a knowing or becomes acquainted with an energy and a source called God. Now we will begin. When a child comes into this world, in all actuality, it has everything because it just left the Almighty. It just left everything, which is God. It left it. But when the baby is born, it has it, but it has no way to communicate these truths and these messages to mankind at this time because it has no faculties to speak and articulate the knowledge and the wisdom, the truth. In fact, when a child is in the womb, the head is upright, so the head would be in the same direction as the mother, therefore making the child or the baby which is inside being in the shape of a 9. 9 represents the heavens. 9 represents two opposites being one. You have a circle and you have a straight line. One is feminine, that's the circle, and the straight line is masculine. So these are the heavens. The baby inside, the mother, is already connected with source. And as the baby begins to come out here in the world, the baby turns around. It does a 180. Now it's head first towards the bottom where it's coming out. Now it's a figure 6. 6 represents balance. 6 represents love, and it also represents time. You can add up the numbers on a clock, and they'll always come to 6. So with that being said, let's go on to how does the human being come into a knowingness or being acquainted or told that it's a thing called God. Well, as I said, the child knows everything but can't express it, so therefore the parents believe that the child knows nothing at this point. So I would say that the child is taught or told by the parent at I don't really know which age, but I guess like I don't know, 7, 8, something like that. I don't know, give or take. The parent, the guardian, tells the child about God, therefore going into a religion, because one has the majority will claim a certain religion that's on represent that God. And more than likely, 9 times out of 10, or 8 times out of 10, they would, the parent will put on to the child the religion that they into. So they would make the child, the young soul, become and worship whatever God that they're worshiping and practicing whatever religion they are worshiping. So from there, the child really has no choice on choosing which God or which aspect of God that they want to worship themselves. They are already bombarded with, you are this, you are Christian, you are a Muslim, you are a Jew, or you practicing Judaism, because that's what I'm practicing. This is the parent to the child. And that's a lot wrong. That's a lot wrong, because each soul should have a choice on who and what aspect of the great divine they wish to service and worship. So I would say the young soul grows up believing whatever the parent placed upon them when it comes to, God and religion and stuff like that. And the young child will practice it out, I suppose. And maybe they will stay in line and just do it because they was told to do it, or maybe they will rebel and seek whatever is yearning in their heart to be answered or to be satisfied with something. And then we also had to remember that the parent can only give to the child their understanding of what they are worshiping. So, for an example, if a parent is Christian, let's say, and most Christians say that, Jesus is God, then they will pass that on to the child. And just so happens, if that's incorrect, the child will continue to go ahead with that. But the only way that the parent can express their understanding of such things is because of their level of spirituality, which allows them to interpret what they read from the books. In this case, from speaking about Christianity, so it would be what the parent would be able to interpret concerning God from the Bible, they would pass it on to their child. So, in a sense, that's like saying, I'm a Democrat, for an example. The parent would say, I'm a Democrat, so you are in this house, you got to be a Democrat. So it really gives the child, the young soul, or sometimes it's an old soul, it really gives them no choice. They are already, it's placed upon them already. And a lot of times, not a lot of times, it is like this in this world that most people don't know the truth about what religion they're practicing, nor the God that is the God of that religion. They don't know half of the truth. So they just continue to perpetuate, I would say, more along the lines of a falsehood and also blasphemy. Because if they truly knew the truth, then they would be able to tell the child that they are indeed God, like they are.